Warning: federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 USC 107.
To hear a mother's cry,
like you don't know when it's coming. And when you have that moment, I just always tell myself, it's okay. It's okay to cry.
They asking you to understand that this too can be you.
trying to prevent shit. I got 2 small kids. I don't want this shit to happen to them.
This city to be changed. It has to change for our kids. We have to start creating safe environments for our children.
And what are we supposed to do to stop this? It ain't nothing they can do to bring their children back. So what they trying to understand is, how do we stop you from feeling like we feel? We got to learn to do that as a city, as a community, as a whole.
It's your girl, the missus with the kisses, baby. Mwah.
Let's talk about real life issues, love and relationships. Let's have a good time with the missus. Let's talk about celebrities. Let's talk about current events. Let's talk about the things you don't see on regular TV. So join us on BG Time. Oh, so join us on BG Time. Oh, so join us on BG Time. BG Time, yeah, yeah. BG Time.
I'm saying? Every time I speak, I want to shiver. You know, I don't want them to be like they know what I'm going to say because it's polite. But I know if I keep talking about how dirty it is out here, somebody going to clean.
For me, I don't know why I ain't get my mic tested before. Probably because I was on the phone with my friend. I was on the phone with my friend, y'all. What's up? What's up? What's good in your city? Baby, everything good on here on my block, baby. Everything is all good, okay? So, how y'all doing? I ain't heard from y'all. I ain't seen y'all nothing since what? Last Wednesday or Thursday when I made that crazy ass live. Explicit language, and also allegedly. Welcome to HT time. Baby, y'all know I love me some Monday nights. I love me some Monday nights because y'all got me solo dolo. Ain't no telling what the hell I'm going to play tonight. You know, then I get to give my own commentary. You know, so we like Mondays over here. We love Mondays. So again, thank you all for coming on. It is Peachy Tea Time, your neighborhood crime channel, baby. It's your neighborhood crime channel. So let's go ahead and we finna get started. Y'all ready to get started? Let's go ahead and get started. We got some announcements. We always gotta get into our announcements. Make sure, let me take this banner down. Make sure y'all tune in this Wednesday, baby. This Wednesday, we will have the mother, Angela Thornton, and her family. And her family, they coming on and they are letting us know letting us know their loved one's story. Mr. Romello, Mello Heard. And the caption is my son location was checked and he was found in the front of the complex left all alone. So make sure y'all come back on Wednesday to support the family of Mr. Mello. Mr. Mello. And then next Wednesday, our last family. This is our last family for the year, y'all. Last family for the year. I got this special edition. Y'all saw it. Y'all saw it. I got the special edition in December. I never do shows the last 2 weeks of the year because it give me time to revamp, get my mind right. You know what I'm saying? Like real therapy, and try to make some changes to the show just as well and come up with my plan for 25, baby. So when I tell y'all this is going to be the last family right here, the mom of Jamela Carter, and her nickname was Mela. So we're gonna have Tyra Lynn on, and she's gonna, basically end the year with the family guest that comes on. Then, like I said, in December, baby, in December, black on black crime, baby. We talking about black on black crime, raw and uncut with Miss Peachy and friends. Okay, Miss Peachy and friends, Tiffany and Tammy, the three T's, baby. We will actually be hosting the first 3 Wednesdays of December, and we will be joined by 7 other moms that lost their children to gun violence. Or I'm not gonna even say gun violence. We're gonna say through violence, because that could be domestic violence, anything with violence. So yeah, so make sure y'all tune in. It's gonna be every Wednesday for the first 3 Wednesdays of December, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. I will be hosting along with Tiffany and Tammy. So Jason and Charlotte, they will be done. They will be done for the year on our last show. And then they'll be back in January. And we are booked. We are booked for January. We are working on February at this time. So I'm telling y'all, it's going down, going down. And then, of course, PGT Time Foundation Inc. presents, because you all know PGT Time is also a 501c3 nonprofit organization, and we are doing an event, Joyful Treasures toy giveaway for needy families. So if you guys out there and you want to donate, please, please, please reach out to me. You can reach out to me at 470-620-9916, or you can email me at info@pgttime.com, and I will let you know the things that we need additionally. And this will be located at Reading Recreation Center, 1839 Phillips Road, Lithonia, Georgia, 30058. And the toys that will be given away is only up to the age of 12. Okay? Only up to the age of 12 for the needy family. All right, y'all. So that's about it. And then, of course, the new year, I tell y'all all about what I'm doing and I'm hosting. May tell y'all next month. Probably tell y'all next month. All right, y'all. Y'all ready to get started with this show? Y'all ready to get started with this show? I tell y'all what I got a show for y'all tonight, baby. I got a show for y'all tonight. So let's get started with the PNB Rock. Okay, let's get started with PNB Rock. I covered PNB Rock when he was murdered. I covered the story. Um, Back then when that occurred, everybody was upset with this young lady. Everybody thought that the young lady had something to do with it, because she posted Roscoe's chicken and waffles. And we was like, why would you post letting people know that's where y'all at. Baby, we got an update. We have an update. And when I tell y'all, them white folks, baby, they was on her side. Do you hear me? They were like, y'all is not gonna do her like that. So get into this update. Here we go.
Back, everyone. It's been 2 years since the murder of rap star PNB Rock in broad daylight. He was from Germantown, you may recall. He was shot and killed while eating lunch at a restaurant in Los Angeles. And now there's new exclusive video coming out that sheds light on what really happened that day. The news magazine True Crime News is devoting a special edition tonight to the never-before-seen videos. The host of the True Crime News, Anna Garcia, joins us live here right now at CBS News Philadelphia. So, Anna, tell us about this video, this surveillance video.
So it's got two components to it. One is the actual shooting, the murder. And what that video very clearly shows is that PNB Rock, Rakim Allen, never stood a chance. Because the shooter came in, put the gun up, asked for the jewels, and within seconds he was already shot. So the opportunity to hand over the $500,000 in jewelry wasn't even there. And PNB Rock was carrying a gun. He had it in the back of his waistband, but didn't even have enough time. The man is shot, and then the shooter, you can see him grabbing the jewelry off of him, also points the gun to the girlfriend who's having lunch with him, takes some of her jewelry, but she is not shot.
Now let's talk about the girlfriend, because at first, wasn't there kind of like an implication that maybe she was involved in some way on this?
The implication was she had posted a picture from Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles where this happened.
So the location, she's saying where we are.
Where we are, and she posts a picture of the food, the chicken and the waffles, not of them, not that she's with him.
Okay.
And then the shooting happens. But what we didn't know now that we do, what we didn't know then that we know now is that that photo had nothing to do with the murder of PNB Rock. The setup had started the minute he walked into the restaurant. He's wearing $500,000 in jewelry. There's someone there who spots him, does a fist bump. We see this on the video. He contacts someone else, a father and son team.
Okay.
And the food was delayed by almost 40 minutes, but it was just slow that day in the restaurant. So keep that in mind. She didn't get to post that video, that photo till much later. And it was those two that were responsible for the death of PNB. And the whole setup was just to steal all his jewelry.
Wow. Well, you've been following crime stories for years. I mean, this was your beat as a general assignment reporter. I mean, the show's now 2 months on the air.
Yeah.
I mean, what kind of response are you getting from folks?
Wonderful. We're here in Philadelphia talking about this incredible case. We need to set the record straight. She blamed herself. The girlfriend blamed herself for this murder, that it was all her fault. It wasn't her fault. We need to make sure that everyone knows that, because social media and other celebrities jumped all over her, blaming her. So it's important to have that discussion, to tell the entire story of a crime.
As opposed to news nuggets.
Yes.
This is what I always tell people. You don't know the full story until you know the full story.
Exactly. And today we can tell you the full story. It's the entire half-hour episode on tonight here on your station.
This is a great focus. And I mean, I know the folks here in Philadelphia, because of the connection with Germantown, people are going to be very interested.
They should be. I think it will be very revealing about what happened. He never stood a chance. And then the agony that she goes through in the interrogation room, she couldn't go to the hospital with him.
Wow.
When you see her fear and her agony as you know, the world is just blaming her for something, and she starts blaming herself, and it wasn't her fault.
Well, we look forward to watching this. Thanks so much for joining us. And again, you can watch True Crime News tonight.
Baby, I'll be watching it. I'll be watching it. I did see it. Not the whole show, but I did see some of it. And hold on, y'all. I want to make sure I save it. I want to make sure I save it. All right. Okay, I got it saved, baby. But no, I am going to watch it. I wasn't able to watch the whole thing this time because I had so much going on. But I am going to watch it because I want to see what they came up with and what they got and what she said and what she didn't say. I don't know what I was saying back then. I didn't go back to my show. I didn't go back looking for it. If y'all want to, y'all can. But I don't know exactly what I say. I probably did say that she probably had something to do with it. I don't know. That's why I always say PGT time is allegedly. I always say that. Don't I tell y'all that? I tell y'all that all the time. PGT time is allegedly. But who knows? I probably was on her side. I probably was on her side too. I probably was on her side too. I just don't know. So we are about to go ahead and moving right along. But further, all jokes aside, I am glad that they was able to clear that up. It's a lot of different platforms out there that has been covering this story to make sure that it reaches a lot of people so that they can, leave this girl alone. We're talking about her. So we done talking about her. And we finna move on. Here we go.
His dad was in court here in downtown Joliet earlier today, but this happened last week in their nearly $1 million home in Homer Glen. Earlier today in court, prosecutors laid out some pretty disturbing facts, including the amount of drugs scattered about the home. We're talking heroin and fentanyl. In one case, heroin found next to a chocolate milk cup from McDonald's. Another instance, fentanyl was found in the children's clothing. No one in this upscale Homer Glen neighborhood would have guessed what was going on inside this home.
Terrible. Terrible because I had no idea. I mean, the kid was 2 years old. I mean, it's just so sad. It's truly devastating.
A 2-year-old little girl named Trinity died last week after her parents called 911 to report a carbon monoxide leak. First responders found no leak, but instead Trinity's limp body nearby an empty container of Narcan, all inside of a filthy home with feces and drugs like heroin and fentanyl out in the open.
Very sad, and I'm upset that I had no idea what was going on. I mean, it's a beautiful house. They have an indoor pool in that house. Never saw any of them outside, never saw the kids playing outside.
49-year-old Edward Weir and 27-year-old Alexa Balin are facing charges like endangering the life or health of a child, 2 counts of unlawful possession of a controlled substance. Prosecutors say they called an Uber to deliver Narcan when they couldn't resuscitate the child, and both adults admitted to using drugs. Neighbors say the new owners of the home at the corner of Thornapple and Deer Path just moved in over the summer. And soon after, police were called when hundreds of Amazon packages started to pile up. Seen here in a photo shared by a neighbor.
We had people living in that house since it was built. They lived here for years. They sold the house and, we thought we were getting nice neighbors and here we are.
DCFS confirms that they have been involved with this family in the past, but say that they cannot comment further due to the ongoing investigation. Now, the mom had an older 7-year-old daughter who was also in the home at the time. She also had drugs in her system. She's expected to be okay, but she's now in protective custody. As for the little 2-year-old girl who lost her life last week, her autopsy and toxicology results have not yet come back. When they do, more charges in this case may be filed. The dad will be back in court next month here in downtown Joliet, the Will County Courthouse. The mom remains hospitalized. Reporting live tonight, Elizabeth Matthews, Fox 32.
Bye-bye. That was a bad house, though. That house was nice. Never would have thought. Never would have thought there's some demonish, dirty, nasty people was inside. Whoever would have thought that? Like, that house is so big. But that goes to show you, they must ain't had nothing before that inheritance money that he got, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? Even just because the news said that, I don't mean we got to believe everything they say. So, who knows? Who knows? But all I'm saying is, if I got me a big old pretty house like that, they wouldn't have to worry about me messing it up at all in all areas. This poor little girl. I definitely know she didn't deserve that. She probably was like, to hell with this house. Y'all can have it. Just set me free. Just set me free. And these teachers, y'all need to be paying more attention to these kids too. Don't be scared to speak up if you see that somebody's child ain't right at school. You done been around them long enough to know if something ain't right with them, especially if they've been in the same school for years and you've been dealing with this kid. Speak up if you know something's not right. Because every child deserves a chance. Every child deserves a chance. So we finna move right along. Siblings. Siblings, siblings, siblings. That's the name of this one. If y'all been watching on my page, y'all would have known what the show is about tonight. Baby, here go the siblings. I don't even know what to say to y'all right now. Here we go.
Unfortunately, it was just a situation where somebody took the law into their own hands, it appears to be.
Warren police arrested DeAndre Jones and Kashana Smith and charged them in connection to the murder of their sister's boyfriend. Detectives say this past Friday, Kashana and her sister met with Stanley Smith Jr., the boyfriend, at a home near Jewett and Lorraine. Shortly after, the three of them ended up 3 blocks away at Page and Lorraine. Police say that Kashana called her brother, DeAndre Jones, to meet them there, and then the situation escalated.
As of right now, it might have been involving a earlier domestic incident, and one of the individual's family members was called to the scene. At that point, there was additional altercations that took place, and ultimately, someone shot their gun and took a life.
The Macomb County Prosecutor's Office says Kashana Smith deleted phone calls and messages that she shared with her brother about the murder. She faces a felony tampering with evidence charge. DeAndre Jones faces a second-degree murder and firearm charge. Neither one of them has had a criminal history.
With this particular situation, I say is unique. We generally don't have a lot of 2 adult siblings arrested for the same crime. The number one thing, no, the police were not called until it was too late, unfortunately.
DeAndre Jones is in jail without bond. His sister, Kashana Smith, has a $50,000 bond with no provision. Kashana will be in court November 26th. In Warren, Brandon Hudson, Fox 2 News.
I ain't on mute. They going to try to protect their sister. Let's just say this must be the little sister. So how do we get to, and I don't know if these folks got kids or not. The majority, a lot of folks got kids. So we gonna act like they got kids. Okay? We're gonna act like they got kids because we don't know for no fact. But at what point do you feel like your sister life is more important than your kid's life? I'm just saying. Like, my kids are my everything. My kids are my everything. My husband is my everything. You see what I'm saying? See what I'm getting at with this? Like, why between the two of y'all, why one of y'all didn't say, nah, to hell with you. I'm not finna go to jail. I ain't going to jail. I ain't finna go to prison. I ain't finna be away from my kids, mess around with you and little Shay Shay. I'm not finna do it. No. Like, somebody didn't think that way, especially if you got kids. You didn't think that my kids gonna be gone without a mama? Or was this self-defense? Was it self-defense? As far as what y'all think? Was it self-defense? It was an accident. Like, who thought this out and thought this was a great idea? Or was it all in the heat of the moment? Now, 2 siblings is gone. So a mama done lost 2 kids, or a mama and daddy done lost 2 kids, or 2 daddies done lost, or daddy done lost 2 kids. However way they brothers and sisters. Now you away from the parents. Now if y'all got kids, Now y'all kids gotta be away from the parents. And then after all of that, they ain't said nothing about your sister getting locked up. The one y'all was out there trying to protect. I'm just saying. Make sure y'all know that the ones y'all fighting for is gonna fight for you back. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't talking about physically. I'm not talking about physically at all. I'm talking about your so-called friends. Make sure that while you out there having they back, that you got to know for a fact that they gonna have your back too. Now, if you get surprised, you get surprised. Cause ain't no crystal ball nowhere. So if you get surprised, you get surprised. I don't know. Amber said that's crazy. It is. It is. Beyond. All right, y'all. Let's get into this next one. Now, y'all, this one right here, this one good. Y'all coming in right at the right time. Thank y'all for coming in. I see y'all, baby. I see y'all. Y'all, if you feel up to it, please put it in the chat where y'all watching from. Put in the chat where y'all watching from. All right, y'all. Daddy blames himself. That's the name of this next couple clips. Daddy blames himself. And I have something that I want to read to you guys just as well. So let's get started with clip number 1.
The father of 2 young boys charged with murder blames himself and the pressure and influence of gangs. Good evening, I'm Melissa Fry.
And I'm Jeremy Maskell. Javaris Milton says his 12-year-old son told him he did not commit murder, but he was there, he says, when someone killed Jamel Ray and shot Charles Fisher last Monday near Miller Park.
Jarrell Milton is back in Omaha, arriving in police custody moments ago. He will be charged with first-degree murder. Also charged, his older brother, Jamar, and 15-year-old Shontavius Primes Willis. KETV News Watch 7's JoBeth DeVera is live with what Milton's father's saying.
Jeremy and Melissa, Javaris tells me he is purely devastated to know his kids are possibly involved in taking another man's life. He says it's really not their fault, though, and admits he has failed as a father.
I asked him, is it true what's being said? Did you cause injury to these guys? And he goes, no, no, I didn't. He says, I was there, I was scared, but I didn't cause injury to him, Dad, and I believe my son.
Javaris Milton spent an hour talking to us from a Minnesota prison where he's serving life for murder.
And the plan was already for them to come up here to
Milton talked to me at length about his sons, 12-year-old Jarrell and 17-year-old Jamar, both charged with first-degree murder for the shooting death here near Miller Park on June 29th. Police found the 12-year-old Tuesday night on this sidewalk in Minneapolis. Javaris Milton would not say how his son got there, but he does tell me the family had previous plans to leave their home to visit Javaris for the 4th of July.
Jarrell didn't get brought up here to run from the police.
Javaris spoke with Jarrell before he was arrested Tuesday night, and he insists the 12-year-old did not take someone else's life.
He is not no murderer. He didn't murder this man. He didn't call this man to the park. He didn't set none of this up. He was just there.
Javaris believes his kids may have lost their way after his incarceration because of the gang influence in Omaha and because of the example he set himself.
If there's anybody to blame, it's me to blame. I probably made it look cool. Probably looked glorious in their eyes.
And for that, he only has himself to blame.
I've tried to reach him. I tried to tell him and I tried to tell him. But like I say, the seed, I guess, is already planted.
His only hope now for the justice system to have mercy on his 12-year-old boy.
This is a child. This is a baby we're talking about. It's obvious that he needs some serious help.
And Javaris did express his condolences for the victim's family, Jamel Ray, saying he can't imagine what they're going through. But Milton says he, too, has suffered a loss. Live in the Newsplex, JoBeth DeVera, KETV News.
Yes, Carmen. His sons was 12 and 17 years old. And the other young man that was with them was 15 years old. Okay? Now, one thing that I can say that I appreciated about this interview was for the dad to say he blames himself. And maybe he should. I'm just saying. He in there for life right now. And he agreed that he was out there doing some bull crap. He shouldn't have been out there in them streets like that. But he was. This was his environment. And he said he already done planted the seed. So what do we do? Sit here and tell him, oh no, no, you shouldn't feel like that. Exactly, Sabrina. The dad took accountability. Like some of y'all men out there. I'm just saying. Maybe I'm getting y'all ready for December. December ain't, they ain't holding back in December, baby. So I can appreciate what he said. You know, he said there was nothing else. He felt like there was nothing else that he can do. He's locked up for life. Ain't no telling what them kids were saying to him. Ain't no telling. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play this next clip. After I play this next clip, then I'm going to read to y'all everything that came out 3 months ago. That was the update. This occurred 9 years ago, y'all. This occurred 9 years ago. I'm happening to look for my commentary, and I see this. Boom. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta bring this to PGT time. I don't care how old it was. You know, we stay up with the new. But sometimes we gotta wrench all the way back. So let's play this second clip.
58 to 82 years. That's the sentence given to Jamar Milton Wednesday morning. He's one of the 3 teens involved in a murder right here in Miller Park the summer of 2015.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, do you have any thoughts on what you might receive today?
Nah, I ain't tripping.
Found guilty of second-degree murder and first-degree assault. No, I'm good, is all 19-year-old Jamar Milton had to say when the judge asked for comment during Wednesday's sentencing.
It's very, very sad all the way around. I mean, you have a person who's dead, whose life is lost, and then you have young people who have been sentenced to the penitentiary for a long period of time.
Milton, his 12-year-old brother, and a 15-year-old friend shot 2 people during a drug deal robbery. One of them, 31-year-old Jamel Ray, died. The other survived and helped identify the boys in a police lineup. Named the trigger puller, Milton got the steepest punishment.
He seemed to be the most culpable since we believed him to be the trigger man.
Now, according to the judge, Jamar will be eligible for parole in 34 years, and he'll be given credit for 621 days served. Reporting in Omaha, Lauren Robinson, KETV Newswatch 7.
If they have not rehabilitated this little, Jesus, this little boy, if they have not, and I'm talking about the big brother. He's the big brother. We're going to get into the little brother. But this is the big brother. Okay? Big brother still got an attitude. Big brother still think he tough. Yeah, I did what I did. And I ain't got nothing else to say to you. Take me back. I'm ready to go. Take me now. That's that type of attitude he got. Wonder how long he going to keep that attitude. I'm just saying. Next is what I want to read to you guys. This is the youngest 12-year-old boy. This was 3 months ago. I'm sorry, this was published 5 months ago. And I'm not going to read all of this to y'all. I'm not going to read all of this. But there were some key things that I did want to read to you guys. So it says, can y'all see that? No, yeah, you can see it, but let me make it bigger. I don't want y'all to think I'm making up stuff. Okay. So it says in 2015, 12-year-old Jarrell Milton, his 17-year-old brother Jamar, and 15-year-old Shantavius Primes Willis agreed to meet known drug dealers Jamel Ray. I don't know about these names, and Charles Fisher. Okay, I got that. Charles Fisher at Omaha's Miller Park to purchase weed. Okay, say marijuana, but we're just gonna call it what it is. Weed. Fisher and Ray were met with gunfire when they arrived at the park. Ray, 31, died at the scene while Fisher sustained serious injuries. Police found casings from 2 different guns at the crime scene. Arrest made. Milton flees to another state. Police said the shootings were gang related. Jamar Milton and Primes Willis were arrested shortly after the incident. Okay, so the big brother and the friend. Let's go back. The 17-year-old and his friend. They was arrested shortly after the murder. Over here we call it what it is. So after that, they was like, okay, it's still one more. Oh, it's one more. Jarrell, which is the 12-year-old. Jarrell Milton was arrested a week later in Minneapolis, 400 miles from Omaha. I'm sorry, y'all. From Omaha. How did he get somewhere else and y'all just not finding him a week later, 400 miles away? Who helped him? Anyways, Milton had allegedly visited his father, who is serving life in a Minnesota prison on a murder charge. So after he did the 12-year-old, after he did what he did, somebody took him to go visit his daddy in prison. Fisher helped identify the 3 teens. He identified Jamar Milton as the individual who pulled the trigger. All 3 juveniles were charged with murder as adults, even the 12-year-old now, as adults. In 2017, Jamar Milton was convicted of first-degree murder and sentenced to 58 to 82 years in prison. That's the 17-year-old. Shantavius Primes Wilkes was convicted of second-degree murder and sentenced to 30 to 50 years in prison. That's the 15-year-old, y'all. That's the 15-year-old. So now we still like, what's going on with this 12-year-old? That's Jarrell. Jarrell Milton escape, rape, and assault. Listen to this, y'all. And there's Jarrell Milton, the 12-year-old who fled to Minneapolis to visit his dad after the shooting. He was sentenced to live in a group home called Boys Town and serve probation until age 19. Until age 19, y'all. So that is 7 years. 7 years, even though they were trying all of them as an adult, from what the other part said. But for 7 years, and this little boy was only 12 years old. Both of them came from their daddy. The one that's in prison for life for murdering somebody. That's what he in there for. Now your 17-year-old son, he done did the same thing. So now he gone. Now you got the 12-year-old. They said, you know what? We're not going to give you life because you're young. You may not know no better. Look at your upbringing. Look at your daddy. What could he have taught you? You know what I'm saying? They probably thinking all of this. And I'm just playing devil's advocate. And then it says he was sentenced to live in a group home called Boys Town and served probation until the age of 19. 7 years. Well, Milton ran from the group home several times. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Shout out to God. Shout out to God for loving each and every one of us. He loved all of us. Even Jarrell. He loves Jarrell. But sometimes, y'all, the devil can take care of his own. And I'm sure you've all heard that. Milton ran from the group home several times, violating his probation in October 2017. 2017. February 2018, and May 2019. He fled to his mother's house in South Dakota each time. Now, I wonder did the mama take him, I'm sure, allegedly, take him to go see his daddy, from what they say. Because now he keep going to mama, going to mama, going to mama. In December 2019, Boys Town allowed Milton a furlough at his mother's house in South Dakota. He was given an electronic monitoring anklet in January 2020. Let me turn my phone off. It's such a distraction. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay. In January 2020, the state decided to send 16-year-old Milton to the. Now he's 16 now. He turned 16. It was in 2020. He's 16. So the state decided to send Milton to the Kearney YRTC program until age 19, as the group home failed to rehabilitate him. When Milton did not appear for a hearing to schedule the transfer, his mother, Aisha Moss, notified the court that he was in jail in South Dakota on charges of rape. Y'all see it. Milton was charged as an adult in that case, although I cannot find an update regarding the outcome. I'm reading the article. Fast forward to 2023, the Milton faced criminal charges yet again, this time for aggravated assault in 2023. Look at him, y'all. Look at his hair. Like, never mind. According to police records, 20-year-old Milton and two of his brothers, Javion Jerome, physically attacked. Oh, y'all, listen to this. This is a whole nother brother. Remember his other brother? He locked up. He in prison. He got the murder case. According to police records, 20-year-old Milton and two of his brothers, Javion and J Miracle Milton, Aisha, 23, physically attacked their neighbor, Luis Cardenas Pena. I should have called Cynthia and asked her exactly how to pronounce that. But anyways, at around 12:20 a.m., after he asked the three men to stop dumping trash in front of his house, J Miracle used a shovel to strike the man. What the hell is you and Aisha teaching these kids? Jazir? I think that's his name, the daddy name, Jazir. Like, come on. This is ridiculous. Your other son done struck the man with a shovel. After assaulting the neighbor, the three brothers drove off, striking him with their vehicle. Police were called to the scene. The car drove by the house while the police were investigating, leading to a pursuit. What they went back for? Jamar crashed the vehicle at North 30th and Highway 75, causing all three men serious injuries. The brothers was transported to a local hospital and treated for their injuries. Milton sentenced to prison. After joining the gang before age 12, being present during a murder, excuse me, being present during a murder at age 12, accused of the R word at age 16, and now of aggravated assault at 20, Milton's crimes finally resulted in prison time. And Omaha judge sentenced Milton to 15 to 23 years in prison on convictions of aggravated assault, possession of meth, and use of a deadly weapon during the commission of a felony. Milton is currently behind bars in a Nebraska prison. He is eligible for parole in 2033 and scheduled for release in 2037. How many times did they get this boy? This started since he was 12 years old, y'all. 12 years old. This started when he was 12 years old. About time he turned what? 20? Yeah. By the time he turned 20, now he from 12 to 20. Now he in prison for 15 to 23 years. Eligible eligible for parole in 2033 and scheduled for release in 2037. Baby, and this started when he was 12. Y'all failed him. Y'all failed him. His parents failed him. Whoever his caregiver, I ain't gonna even say that. Your parents is the ones that brought you into this world. Your parents are the ones that failed you. I'm sorry. Y'all say I take it how y'all want to take it. That's fine. But that's truly how I feel. Joseph said they are terrible. Yes, they are all terrible. How many criminals did she raise or not? Exactly. Like, this doesn't make any sense to me. They needed counseling and positive male role models. Yes, because the daddy was locked up, y'all. We got to remember that. But he said that he kept trying to tell him. So I don't know if we need to know how long the daddy been in prison. Actually, I really don't care how long the daddy been in prison. Because at the end of the day, there's still a lot of single moms out here that's busting their ass, doing what they supposed to do, and making sure that they kids, at least try to make sure that they kids go right and not left. And some of these folks just, he like, I got drugs to sell. And I'm talking about the daddy. I'm trying to make sure we all balling up in here. Like he said, his kids were seeing all the flashiness. Ain't no telling how big their daddy was, there in their town, in their community. See, he could have been like God on In Too Deep. For what we know. I'm just saying. That 3 strikes are out. Yes, he had to go. He was not good for the community. I'm sorry. He was not good for the community at all. They definitely did the right thing by locking him up and keeping him in there. He don't need to get out. Nope. Unless and after 2033 or 2037, if they have rehabilitated him, then yes, let him on out. I think they need to put him on the platform first. They need to put him on a platform with people that is doing those type of interviews with people, so we can see. Because I will watch it. He just can't come on PC time, but I will watch it, and I would want to know. What is your train of thought now before they let you out this gate? Put him with a whole bunch of us in our community. Why that with a whole bunch of us, baby? I bet you we come out talking about him. That ain't it. That ain't it. Take him right on back in there. All right, y'all. Let's move on. This one is called They Gotcha. You know, females, they're not invincible. You can get caught too, baby. You can get it too. Here we go.
New information now about a double shooting in Portsmouth. Police just told us the second victim died, and they're now looking for a person of interest in the case. As we've reported, the shooting happened yesterday morning on Dale Drive. Police say 2 men were shot. One died at the scene. The other died today at the hospital. Investigators say 27-year-old Akia Faison is now a person of interest in the case. There are warrants out for her arrest in Henrico County for possession of a controlled substance. Officers are also looking for an unidentified man who was seen driving an early to mid-2000s white ES-Class Lexus.
Well, that happened 2 years ago, y'all. That one happened 2 years ago, but we got an update. Baby, I'm gonna have to play the update intro for that one, baby. For this one right here, baby, here we go.
Let's talk about real life issues, love and relationships. Let's have a good time with the missus.
That's right, Troy and Megan. After 20 months on the run, 33-year-old Akia Faison was arrested by the U.S. Marshals in this plaza after living under a false identity. Akia Faison was arrested by U.S. Marshals Tuesday after nearly 2 years of hiding in the 100 block of West Northside Drive. Faison had been wanted for 2 counts of first-degree murder, 2 counts of conspiracy to commit murder, robbery, conspiracy to commit robbery, and 3 counts of use of a firearm in commission of a felony. March of 2023, investigators allege Faison was involved in a robbery on Dale Drive in Portsmouth, Virginia, where 2 men were shot and died. As the case developed several leads, they received information that Faison was in Jackson employed under a different identity.
It's always good when you can bring somebody to justice. It's good for the family. Maybe they don't get closure, but they get some kind of relief at knowing that someone will be held accountable for those murders.
The U.S. Marshals Capital Area Regional Fugitive Task Force, in coordination with the Portsmouth Police Department and assisted by the Gulf Coast Regional Fugitive Task Force, were then able to locate and apprehend Faison after catching her on surveillance footage working at the business. Faison is currently being held in the Madison County Detention Center waiting extradition to Virginia for her initial court appearance. I'm live in Jackson. Kennedy Cooper, 16 WAPT News.
All right, y'all. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, baby. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, hit that like button, and make sure you subscribe to Peachy Tea Time, okay? Yeah, so this last clip, y'all. On that picture, she looked like she was surprised. 2 years later, she probably done started her new life. As y'all can see, she had a whole new fake identity and all of that. And so she thought she got away with it. And she thought she was going to be living the rest of her life freely. But trust and believe that conscience was eating her up. She probably happy that it's finally over with. She probably going to miss her family, kids, friends, all of that. But now she can have somewhat of a peace of mind, if you're looking at it in a spiritual way. You know what I'm saying? Like, she still got to get on her knees. She still got to ask forgiveness from God. Still got to repent, all of that. But I'm sure it's like somewhat of a weight lifted off of her. So that she can sit there and now focus on her ass gonna be gone for the rest of her life. Now she can focus on that. Dummy. Did I say that out loud? Mama Peach. We miss Mama Peach. Mama Peach said, hey, everyone. Mama Peach is trying to watch tonight. I would like to thank everyone for your prayers. I'm still trying to get stronger each day. I'm happy I can watch tonight with everyone. Yes, Mama Peach. I missed you so much on the show, Mama Peach, and I love you. I love you. Give Mama Peach a hand. Mama Peach is back, baby. She's big. Y'all say something smart if you want to. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into our commercial break. I love you, Mama Peach. All right, y'all. Here we go.
Heaven gained an angel. Heaven gained another angel. And all I have are these memories.
To hear a mother's cry.
Like you don't know when it's coming. And when you have that moment, I just always tell myself, it's okay. It's okay to cry.
They asking you to understand that this too can be you.
Trying to prevent shit. I got 2 small kids. I don't want this shit to happen to them.
This city to be changed. It has to change for our kids. We have to start creating safe environments for our children.
And what are we supposed to do to stop this? It ain't nothing they can do to bring their children back. So what they trying to understand is, how do we stop you from feeling like we feel? We got to learn to do that as a city, as a community, as a whole.
It's your girl, the missus with the kisses, baby. Mwah. Y'all enjoying the show? Is y'all enjoying the show, baby? We are getting it in each and every Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern. We are on Roku TV. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube page. Make sure you follow me on my Facebook pages. And also follow me on Twitch and IG just as well, baby. Each and every Monday. Each and every Monday. We're on Solo Dolo, baby. Unless I got a special guest. But I love y'all so much. It's so important that you share these videos. So please continue to share. I love you all. Bye. Who did this to them? Who did this to them?
Disturbing story out of Brooklyn. Police have identified the father and daughter who were found dead with their throats slashed in their home in Cypress Hills. News 4's Gabi Acevedo live this afternoon. Gabi, I understand you have some new information from police?
That is correct. Police are looking into this case. I saw detectives coming in and out of the home during the day. And at this hour, you can see behind me, family and neighbors gathered to honor the victims in a vigil. They're all in shock about the violence that happened at this home here in Cypress Hills, where father and daughter lived for over 30 years. And Natalie, as you mentioned tonight, police sources are telling News 4 they have someone in for questioning. Investigators working the crime scene after a gruesome discovery inside this 2-story Brooklyn home.
You hear things like this and, but when it hits home, it's no words can't even describe.
Police say 66-year-old Jacqueline DeLyons and her father, 91-year-old Roseville Simmons, both found dead on the kitchen floor of their house on Warwick Street. Their throats had been slit.
Feeling and just trying to get a sense of why and what happened and how it, everything. And we don't have any of those answers.
Bubba was a good person, him and his daughter, it's tragedy what happened.
Roseville Simmons was known to people in the community as Bubba. Friends of the family say Jackie was a very religious person and that in recent years, she was sharing one of the floors inside the home with a man.
Before this horrific incident happened, she was writing down some scriptures with her brother and herself at a prayer line.
Detectives canvassed the scene looking for evidence. Police sources are questioning someone in connection to this case. Neighbors tell News 4 it's a man who also lived in the building.
I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened with this guy. This guy was calm and peaceful. I never heard the guy curse a day in his life. None of that.
It's shocking to me. He doesn't seem the kind of person that would do something like that.
As we bring you back live, we're now waiting on word for any possible motive in this case. The family of the victim has respectfully asked us for privacy at this time. Reporting live from Cypress Hills, Gabi Acevedo, News 4, New York.
Gabi, thank you.
be forgetting to Instagram that after it cut off, because Instagram only give us an hour, unfortunately. So Instagram people, even though y'all ain't watching now, but if you come back and watch, please understand that Instagram only give us 1 hour. All right. So y'all gonna be missing a lot because we be on here longer than an hour. So all right, y'all. That was very, very devastating to me. Like, I want to know, did that man do this or not to them? I think he did, allegedly. I think he did. Like, why? Why? They're all people. What happened? I bet you somebody said something that this man didn't like. And it probably could have been the smallest thing that he could have got over. He could have packed his bags and left. It wasn't his house anyways. Could have just left. And guess what? They wouldn't be looking for you. You wouldn't already be locked up. Whichever one he is. I didn't even want to go no further researching it. Because I'm like, these are very, very older people. Her dad and her, and she was in her 60s. That was devastating. I'll just say yes. Hey, Audra. How you doing? Carmen, hey. Hey, Sabrina. Hey, Josette. Hey, Mama Peach. Hey, Mohammed. We got a lot of people in the building. Hey, Amber. Hey, Miss Joyce. Hey, Miss Joyce. Miss Joyce says she is watching from ATL, baby. ATL. All right, y'all. We all know that domestic violence is real. It's not a joke. It's nothing to play around with. You know, if you are able to leave, leave right away. Leave after the first time. Just leave. Find a way to go. Even if you got to sleep outside at the park with your kids, keep each other warm. Even though they got shelters out there somewhere. If you got to call a friend, ask a friend. Let her know your situation. Let him know your situation. But try to get away after the first time. This young lady didn't make it. Here we go.
First, with some breaking news, a store clerk has been shot to death in Southwest Houston.
The shooting happened on South Post Oak between West Fuquay and West Orem. That's where we find Fox 26's Donnelly Keith with what we should know so far. Donnelly.
Yeah, the shots rang out here at the Ralston Discount Beverage Store around 12:45 this afternoon, leaving the store clerk dead. Residents here, family members rushed here to the scene in a state of panic, and they're actually just sort of yelling something out right now as well. I'm not sure what's going on, but family members rushed here to the scene saying they were heartbroken and they could not believe she had been shot and killed. Houston police investigators say the clerk suffered several gunshots. Family members tell me Taikisha King had been working here about a year, and loved ones say Taikisha was killed in a domestic violence attack, although Houston police detectives have not confirmed that detail. HPD will only say at this point they believe this is, quote, an isolated incident after a fellow co-worker found Taikisha dead inside the store.
An employee arrived here and discovered what happened. You called for police.
That is so sad. I don't come here often, but I have been here. Very nice ladies that worked here.
Absolutely a sad day for the family and friends of the victim, for this community. Any type of violence like this is always an atrocity.
Now, HPD is looking through surveillance video, and they're still looking for the suspect who shot and killed the store clerk, Taikisha King. At this point, family members say they definitely want justice for her. Reporting live in Southwest Houston, I'm Donnelly Keith, Fox 26 News.
She don't want to seem like she an alcoholic or anything, She's like, I don't come here all the time. I just come here a couple times. And they're just so nice. But rest in peace to that young lady. Beautiful young lady. Rest in peace to her. It's so sad that men can't control, not all of them. I'm not, and please, I want to make that clear. Not all of them, but a lot of them cannot control their anger when it comes to women. That has to be the most cowardice, most like craziest, man out there. Like, you won't even go and throw them hands with another man. But you sure would throw them hands with a young lady. Even the ones that you know that you can overpower them. When all you gotta do is just walk away. And you went to her job. You went to her environment, her establishment, her job, and did this to her. She probably didn't even see it coming. Well, y'all, here go the update.
Sadly, here we go again. Another case of domestic violence in our city. It is also tragic, but sadly become terribly familiar.
Yeah, Houston police arrested a man who allegedly confronted his ex-girlfriend at her job, then started shooting. He told police he did it because his ex, quote, disrespected him.
Aniele Ruiz joins us live from downtown Houston after speaking exclusively with the brother of the young woman who was killed. Aniele, how does a family even begin to process this?
Well, the brother tells me they're really heartbroken. Today's actually his birthday. He was supposed to spend it celebrating it with her, and now she's gone. With a broken heart, Terrence Washington is fixing the flowers left at his sister's makeshift memorial.
I still don't want to believe it.
He says he can't grasp the idea that his baby sister, 29-year-old Daryl Lynn Takesha King, is gone. 39-year-old Michael Dwayne Wilkerson is now charged with capital murder in her death.
They were dating and they were recently trying to break up, from what I heard, and he couldn't accept it.
On Tuesday at around 12:30, police got a call of a shooting at a liquor store on South Post Oak Road near the Beltway. In probable cause court today, a judge said King had arrived at the store, and surveillance video captured a man also arriving with her.
The surveillance video showed the gentleman trying to move around the store's surveillance cameras so that the cameras would not be focused on the cash register area.
That is when they say King was shot 9 times, including 4 times in the back.
The gentleman could be seen shooting at Ms. King.
Court records indicate Wilkerson had previously been looking for her, even though she had broken up with him.
Mr. Wilkerson supposedly gave a statement to the police where he admitted to killing Ms. King, claimed that she, quote, had been disrespecting him.
A hard pill to swallow for her family.
I want the world to see his face, how much of a coward he is.
Yeah.
You know, you killed a young, innocent woman because you can't control your feelings or your emotions.
The one regret Terrence has is not going to eat one last time with his sister. Instead, he's left planning her services.
I turned 33 years old today, and, you know, the hardest part about it is she told me to go out to you last week. I said, can you just please wait till my birthday? I wish I would have just went with it.
Now, Wilkerson did waive his court appearance today, but in court, we did learn he allegedly admitting to getting rid of the clothes that he was wearing on that day. And he also allegedly admitted to dumping the weapon he used in a bayou. Now, the judge did deny his bond for the capital murder charge. As for the tampering with evidence, his bond was set at $250,000. He's set to appear in court again next week. Reporting live, Aniele Ruiz, KHOU 11 News.
Sadly, experts tell us, Aniele, the most dangerous time for someone in an abusive relationship is when they try and get out of the relationship. Thank you.
Rest in peace to this young lady. My heart goes out to her brother. That was so sad. You know, it's like I don't think she knew that she wasn't gonna make it to his birthday, but that's what it kind of seemed like. Like, come on, nah, let's go now. Let's go celebrate your birthday now. And he like, nah, can we please wait till my birthday? But she wanted to go a week before, and unfortunately, she's not here, and she wasn't there to celebrate with him. So just imagine how that bothers him, how that kind of like, you know, eats him up, basically, as people would say. My heart goes out to him. My heart goes out to the family, the friends, like everybody, except for the bastard that did it. All right, y'all. We down to our last two clips for the night. Y'all been rocking with me. That's what I'm talking about. This one is called He Kept Delivering. He was like, oh, well, I got to keep it moving. Here we go.
Kevin Stewart is on this story live from the Cherokee County Jail. This is a tragic story, Kevin.
It is truly tragic, Christine. We're told the 79-year-old woman had just left a cemetery when she was struck and killed. This is the Canton Cemetery along Cumming Highway. 79-year-old Sandra Fitz had just left, only a short walk away from her destination, her old house. But folks here know this is a dangerous walk.
Yeah.
Particularly at night.
Not the safest of roads to be walking on.
This is the Amazon truck the Cherokee County Sheriff's Office says hit Fitz, killing her at the scene.
The husband was nearby.
While she walked at 6:30 in the evening.
There was evidence in the roadway that indicated that this was going to be an Amazon vehicle. It was a Rivian parked. It was in the roadway. One of the deputies remembered seeing an Amazon truck turn down a nearby road.
And that's where they found the driver. Deputies have now charged 24-year-old London Best with vehicular homicide in the first degree and hit and run resulting in a death. Amazon released a statement saying, quote, "We're deeply saddened by this incident, and our thoughts are with the victim's family and loved ones during this difficult time. We'll support local police as they investigate."
Had he not left the scene, then the charges would be different. I mean, and likely wouldn't have any felonies. But
here is where the deputies caught the driver, less than a mile away on Bishop Drive.
He was delivering a package.
Rami Lobb sees Amazon trucks over here daily and can't believe this.
That's very unfortunate. There's no reason for that. You know, I get, you freaked out and something happens, but no, you have to stop.
And that's why the suspect remains here at the Cherokee County Jail, being held without bond. Reporting live in Canton at the Cherokee County Jail, Kevin Stewart, Fox 5
All right,
News.
Kevin, thank you so much for that live report.
Yeah, that's so sad. She was only 79 years old. Hold on, y'all. Of something. It says the United States experiences more than 700,000 hit and run crashes each year. I repeat, the United States, that's us, experiences more than 700,000 hit and run crashes each year. And the number of hit and run crashes has been increasing in recent years. People scared. Did that give you the right to pull off and leave? No. This boy probably wouldn't even got no time. They probably would have understood. It was dark, just started getting dark. No sidewalks. Everybody in the area knows that this is a dangerous spot area. So he possibly could have walked. But because he did a hit and run, even if you don't know what you hit, you still should stop. Unless it's like 3 o'clock in the morning and you know for sure you ain't hit a person. You know for sure you didn't hit a person. Then, baby, I'm going to tell you, keep on going. If you know for sure, for certain facts, that it was not a person, then yes, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, keep going. Could have been an animal, could have been a deer. But you know what you hit. That's what I should say. If you know what you hit and it was not a person, and you know for a fact because you seen it, do not get out your car until 3 o'clock in the morning. But if you are not sure what you hit, or you do know for sure you hit a person, baby, you better stop. You better stop and you better wait. until the ambulance and police get there. Whether they take you to prison or jail or not, you wait anyways. Check on them. See if there's something that you can do to help them live instead of waiting on the police and the ambulance to come. I'm just saying. So rest in peace to this lady. You know, it just be so sad when people live such a long life and then they get taken out by the smallest, craziest things. Like, oh my gosh, hit and run. And she was leaving the cemetery. That's crazy. All right, y'all. We have made it to the last clip of the night. We made it. We made it. And it is 10:23. Hour and a half. Breathalyzer. That's what this one is called, y'all. The breathalyzer. Here we go.
Life. He was my everything.
Back at a vigil in May, Shaniqua Baskin mourning her son's death. She was driving her 4-year-old son, Jaquavius, unrestrained in the back seat when her brakes stopped working. She crossed over the median on I-75 near I-94 in Detroit, hitting another car. Jaquavius was ejected, found laying in the highway when state police got there. At the scene, Baskin failed a field sobriety test and told us this at the vigil.
I'm shooken up. I have my child on the ground. Of course I can't walk a straight line. I barely can breathe. Anybody that knows Shaniqua, they know Shaniqua doesn't drink at all.
Nothing has come out yet about her blood alcohol content after the crash. What did come out is that investigators say Baskin knowingly drove her car with bad brakes and with her child not properly restrained. Friday, she was charged with involuntary manslaughter and second-degree child abuse and given a big bond of $20,000 cash.
I think it's a lot with the first-degree child abuse. I think it's a lot. Now, I'm at a loss for words. I mean, when is a lawyer at a loss for words?
Defense attorney Todd Perkins is not involved in this case, but tries almost all of his cases in 36 District Court where Baskin was charged. He says she's being overcharged.
Based upon the press release that I'm looking at right now, this is not a criminal act.
Faulty brakes aside, what about Baskin allegedly knowing her son was not buckled?
It has to be conduct that was reasonably foreseeable that the outcome would be what it was. That's not reasonably foreseeable.
There is a bond redetermination hearing next week where Perkins thinks she'll get a personal bond, then released as the case moves forward.
This is a horrific set of circumstances with which this young lady's going to live with for the rest of her life.
At this point, there are no additional charges against Baskin for impaired driving, even after failing that field sobriety test after the crash.
I'm lost for words, too. I am lost for words. Nah, seriously, though. There's consequences to our actions all the time. She failed the sobriety test, but she said she never drunk anything in her life. She's not a drinker. Well, she didn't say in her life. I added that, but she said she's not a drinker. Everybody that know her knows she don't drink. How did she fail the test? I don't know. Well, she told us how she failed the test. Her son was laying over there on the ground on the highway. No, she cannot walk a straight line, she said. Now, I kind of believe her on that. I do kind of believe her on that. Like, I would be so upset, crying. I just, like, I can't see. Feeling like I'm about to pass out and everything. If something like that happened to me and my kids. But at the same time, again, there's consequences for your action. She didn't have that baby properly buckled in. That's it. That's it. Again, if she would have had the baby properly buckled in, she'd probably be walking. I don't know what's going to happen to this lady now. I have no idea. They said she had that 20G bond set. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So, all right, y'all. We have came to the end of the show. Y'all do know every Monday I do play a tribute video. And the tribute video that I play is the tribute video from the previous Wednesday. Okay? That's how we doing things. That's how we doing things. So, and you also know, if you don't, now you do, that I make memorial tribute videos. So if you all are looking for a memorial tribute video, not just for PGT time, but for a loved one funeral, just to have for yourself. Um, Even if you just want to get something with somebody that you and your family and friends that y'all are alive, I can put those type of videos together. So please make sure you reach out to me. Info at PGT time. Don't forget, I still have the tumbler cups. This one says shout out to God. Very good cups. Very, very good cups. Very insulated, isolated, insulated. keep keep your drink very cold. Very, very cold. Comes with the metal straw and cleaner. I have some designs that's already made, but if you want it custom made, all you have to do is holler at your girl, and I custom make you a tumbler cup. And I know you'll like it. I know you would. So make sure y'all holler at me. I love y'all. I'll see y'all on Wednesday. Don't forget Wednesday, Mellow. Rest in peace to Mellow. Mello was very young, as you all can see. I think Mello was either 14 or 15. He could have been 15. I don't know. It could be 14. I can't remember. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But we're gonna find out tomorrow. We're gonna find out tomorrow. So please make sure y'all tune in tomorrow, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. That's 8 o'clock p.m. Central time and 6 o'clock p.m. Pacific time. I'll see y'all. I love you guys. And rest in peace to Charity. Rest in peace to Charity. One of the best tribute videos that I think that I've made so far in these 3 years. But rest in peace to this 14-year-old baby that lost her life. If you want to see the story, please check it out on YouTube. You'll be able to see it again and again and again and again. However many times y'all want to see it, because it don't go nowhere. All right. Love you guys. See you Wednesday. Bye. Mwah. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Deuces. And catch me on Roku TV too, because baby, we was live tonight on Roku. Yes, we was. Bye.
One thing that I always tend to do, like when I'm someplace and I'm somewhere, anywhere, no matter where, mostly the malls or places out to eat, and I see a man out with his daughter, it fucks with me. Because I remember those daddy-daughter dates. And I remember us laughing, coming up out of there. I remember that. And it fucked with me so bad. And I be wanting to tell that man, take all the pictures in the world. Take videos of leaving out, going in, sitting down. Because you never fucking know.
Would you know my name if I saw you in heaven? Would it be the same if I saw you in heaven? Oh, I must be strong and carry in heaven. Oh, would you hold my hand if I saw you in heaven?
Where the fuck could you make that face?
Would you help me stand?
You got a boo-boo?
If I saw you in heaven, oh, I'll find my way through night and day, 'cause I know I just can't stay here in heaven. Oh, here in heaven. Oh, 'cause I don't belong here in heaven.
What's a father? A father is more than a title. He's the sturdy pillar of strength, the gentle guide, and the silent architect of our dreams. He's the one who stands tall in the face of challenges, imparting lessons of resilience, determination, and the value of hard work.
Remembering a life, honoring a legacy. When words fall short, let Miss Peachy help you tell the story. Miss Peachy will create a custom heartfelt memorial tribute video that celebrate your loved one's life in a way that truly reflects their spirit and the love you shared. With thoughtful care, Miss Peachy will craft each video from the heart, preserving precious memories in a lasting tribute. Tailored packages to suit your needs. Fast 24 to 48-hour delivery. Genuine, compassionate service. Let Miss Peachy help honor your loved one legacy with a keepsake that will be cherished forever. Contact Miss Peachy by email or by phone for a tribute video made from the heart.
Return, Peachy return. Peachy return, Peachy return, Peachy return.